Hello everybody, it is April 13th. I am Dr. Allison Bytel, pediatrician, and this is my daughter Sarah.
Hi.
And the last several weeks we've been all under quarantine because of the coronavirus pandemic. So today when I was at my office, I got a phone call from a parent wanting to know how to get a Lego out of a child's nostril. So the child, who I think was about 3 years old, had pushed a Lego up into his nose and the parents weren't sure what to do. Luckily, there's some pretty easy techniques that you can use at home to remove foreign objects from the nose. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Sarah, who is going to help demonstrate this. She has bravely volunteered. So Sarah, can you show what's in your hand there?
A bead.
Okay, so it's a nice little blue bead. I didn't plan this, but it does kind of match the highlights in Sarah's hair. And so what we're going to demonstrate here is how to get an older child to remove a bead from their nostril on their own. So if you have a little tiny toddler, somebody under the age of 2 or 3, they're not going to be able to do this. But for a child who's more like preschool age or kindergarten age, this technique is something that's pretty easy to accomplish. So Sarah, if you could go ahead and do you-know-what with bead? Okay, so now Sarah has placed the bead in her left nostril. Thank you, Sarah. And she's going to show a technique where she's going to take a big breath of air into her mouth. She's going to occlude the nostril that does not have the bead, and then she's going to blow out really hard through her nose. And ta-da! There's the bead. How was that? Pretty
Not
good?
fun.
I'm sorry. But she did a good job. Now, what do you do if you have a little person who has stuck a bead or a Lego or Play-Doh or corn kernel or popcorn or whatever it is up their nose and you'd like to get it out? Well, for a young child, they're not going to be able to blow. So what you would do is, let's assume for the moment that the bead is back in Sarah's left nostril. As the parent, I would just very gently occlude the nostril that does not have the foreign body. I would take a deep breath, go, and then I'm going to do a seal mouth to mouth, and I'm going to take a big breath and blow it right into Sarah's mouth, and the force of the air is going to shoot out through the nostril with the foreign body, and that should result in the expelling of the object. Now, luckily, when a parent does that with that big breath of air into the child's mouth, the child is generally going to protect their airway. They're going to close the glottis, and then there is not usually going to be a risk of aspiration because the object is going to fly right out through the nose because that's where the air goes. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed this little discussion and demonstration. If you would like to learn more about this or other issues, you can feel free to visit my pediatric parenting blog, which is www.abcparenting.blog, and we're going to leave the little blog address attached to this video at the end. So again, this is a great way if your child has something in their nose that you can avoid going to the emergency room or the doctor's office during the coronavirus pandemic. There are a lot of things that can safely be accomplished at home, and this is one of them. Okay, so everybody be well, stay healthy, and we'll see you when this is all over.